are learning more about Saturday's deadly crash on Broadway, where an 87-year-old driver hit 4 pedestrians, again killing 1 and injuring 3 others.
Earlier this evening, Metro Police gave an update on that investigation, saying they are still not sure why that driver ran the red light and hit those pedestrians.
That driver, 87-year-old Thomas Cahill, is still in the hospital in stable condition tonight. Metro Police also identified the 3 other pedestrians that were injured.
Tonight, Matthew Gregg and Diane Cooper remain in critical condition at the hospital. That 3rd pedestrian, Kathleen Broderick, has since been released.
Now, since the crash, we have seen growing calls for the city to shut down Lower Broadway to vehicles completely.
Not everyone, though, supports this idea. Our Braden Ross spoke with one Broadway business owner who says he could not be more opposed to that idea.
After a deadly pedestrian crash on Broadway, calls to close the street to traffic altogether are bubbling up again.
I think it's human nature to want to do something to prevent this from ever happening again. And we certainly don't want to see that happen.
But business owners who make their living under the neon lights say people shouldn't be jumping to conclusions.
It's just more complicated than just, oh, let's close it.
Owner of Bootleggers Inn, Barrett Hobbs, says closing the street would have major impacts for businesses.
It's economic suicide to block the street off.
For one, a lot of these businesses don't have alleyways, so they rely on Broadway for their deliveries. But maybe the bigger concern for some of these business owners is what would happen in the street if these cars weren't there.
What it does is it creates an area, a playground for people that don't want to spend money. Everybody that's in the street hanging out and loitering is not a customer.
There's other safety concerns when you have a fully pedestrianized space like that need to be addressed.
Metro Council member Jacob Coupin says this conversation isn't new, but every time it happens, leaders usually reach the same obstacles.
Do you start closing adjacent streets? And then you think about, well, if we're going to close streets for high injury frequency, well, then we should close Gallatin Pike, right? Because Gallatin Pike is also a lot of pedestrian injuries.
He says pedestrian safety is a citywide issue, and Broadway actually has some of the best infrastructure in town.
I mean, good lighting, well-striped crosswalks, leading pedestrian indicators.
Still, Coupin says he's open to other fixes, like raising crosswalks on the surrounding streets and continuing with closing Broadway at certain high foot traffic times. And even if the city wanted to close Broadway altogether, it's a state road, which makes TDOT the ultimate decision maker. But still, some say the price of closing the street is worth it if it saves lives. In downtown Nashville, Braden Ross, WSMV4.